Awesome. Kia ora, I'm Joanna McLeod. I founded the House of Boom just over a year ago to provide ethically made clothes for fat people and also to advocate for them through capitalism, but hopefully slightly better capitalism. Just a content note, I am going to briefly mention self-harm and mental health, so please do what you need to do to keep yourself safe. I'm not going to be offended if you walk out of the room. Also, this talk contains a whole lot of product placements. Basically, every single slide is a photo of my clothes. So, House of Boom came out of this really revolutionary idea. It's going to blow your minds when I tell you what it is, so just get ready. Fat people are people. Some of us like to wear clothes, some of us like to shop ethically, some of us like to exercise, some of us like to fuck, some of us like to support local, some of us attend friends conferences. As people, fat people like whatever not fat people like. You'd think this would be pretty obvious, but apparently not to clothing retailers. Before we go any further, I need to explain something. I'm tall, I'm brunette, although I'm a lot more grey since I started House of Boom. And I'm fat. These are all neutral terms. It's absolutely okay to use a neutral term. That's why House of Boom is clothes for fat people, not for plus size or fuller-figured or generously proportioned or curvaceous ladies or any other god-awful euphemism. Fat. I see some of you giggle at the word and you're a little bit nervous, and yes, your entire existence you probably have been bombarded with the message that fat is bad, but it's not. Fat doesn't mean unhealthy. You can tell literally nothing about my health by looking at me. Even if all fat people are unhealthy, and they're not, that doesn't make them any less human or any less deserving.
That's right.
The language we use matters so much. I only use the words plus size and women's clothing in the SEO on my website. Gender isn't binary, and anyone can wear my clothes if they're into my aesthetic. The slogan I use is good clothes in sizes 16 to 30, and that came about because I didn't want to say women's clothes with air quotes around women, but I also didn't want people to come to my site expecting what is traditionally coded as men's clothes. But luckily my cousin pointed out that traditional men's clothes are generally sold by measurement, so you have a 42-inch waist or whatever, while women's clothes are sold by size. So I can say sizes 16 to 30 convey that my clothes are traditionally women's clothes, skirts and dresses, and without having to do this air quotes all over the place, because I'm sorry, that's getting really annoying. So back to the problem at hand. Buying clothes as a fat person is not a good time. According to the majority of retailers, if they even deign to stock plus sizes at all, because most don't, despite the fact that in the USA 60% of women wear over a size 14, apparently what fat people want is to wear asymmetrical polyester with ruffles all over the place, and might have just one clean line when you can have a number of different layers and maybe an applique butterfly somewhere just to make everything just a little bit more shit. And you can have any colour you like as long as it is black. And of course, if we have those clothes in store, let's make sure they're hidden away at the back of the shop, because fat people ought to be ashamed of themselves and hidden away. Hiding away is not something I really do. I don't know if you know me very well, but you could possibly tell. I want to wear bright coloured clothes. I don't want to be patronised. I don't want to dress like a mother of the bride when I'm still under 40. I want to wear cotton clothes. I want pockets. And I want to know that the people involved in sewing my clothes aren't doing it in sweatshops. So why won't anyone take my money? I tweeted this just over a year ago, and a month later I got so fed up that I just decided to do it myself, even though my shit hasn't come in. So, first piece of advice, if you're going to set up a business, you need to be really, really sure of the reasons that you're doing it. For me, I set up Boom to advocate. I set up Boom to provide better options for my community and to advocate for fat people. Your reason is going to steer you through every single decision you make, so it better be a good one that you believe in. Fashion has never cared about me, so I have never cared about fashion. So I knew nothing about making clothes. I did know my target market really well though, because I am my target market, and I have a background in comms, web, marketing, and social media. I knew if I could get the clothes made, I could sell them. Making things costs money though. It was really stupidly easy for me to get $10,000 from the bank. They didn't even want to see a business plan. And I say this not to brag, but to say I'm aware that that's not a thing that a lot of people get. I'm on a goodish salary with my full-time day job that I'm not giving up. And my mother and I went halves on a mortgage right before Wellington's property prices went insane. I'm single, I don't have kids, I'm good at my day job and I've been there for years, my evenings and weekends are my own time. Frankly, with all the privilege I have, it would be ridiculous for me not to be working on a side project to bring good into the world. So as I said, I knew nothing about making clothes. I approached a number of new designers to see if we could maybe collaborate, but it wasn't until I got put on to a woman called Iona at a company called Umsigo that things really started to happen. She's based out in Berrenport. She acts as both my pattern maker and my production manager. Her seamstresses are around Wellington. They all make over $30 an hour. Do not deal with anyone who is paying less than the living wage. If you can't afford to pay the living wage, you cannot afford to be in business. Yeah. It's fun to go in and see Iona in her workshop, get measurements for what we're doing, and see all the other designers she's working on, people like 27 Names and other things, and think about how much more those designers are charging for their pieces than I am. So let's talk about money. Making clothes locally is expensive. Take this t-shirt, the base rate for its manufacture is $30, not including GST. That's also not including fabric, and because I go all cotton, it's generally at least $10 a metre. Some of my dresses can go up to 3.5 metres of fabric. If I order less than 20 of anything, there's a surcharge for that. And plus there's all the other costs of running a business. I sell my t-shirts for $60 because they're t-shirts, they shouldn't cost the earth. And a super fun fact is, according to research out of the UK, fat women make less money statistically than non-fat women. Gosh, beauty standards are fucking awesome, eh? So while I'm trying to provide a more ethical alternative to shopping fast fashion, it would be unethical of me to make that alternative inaccessible to the very people I'm trying to serve. And I'm always happy to explain the costs of my clothes when people ask why do they cost so much. If you're buying something at the warehouse for $10, someone else is paying that cost. The level of transparency is really important to me because people don't talk about money enough. House of Boom is always going to be a sideline for me for the foreseeable future. Because in my day job, I'm a senior advisor, I make $90,000 a year. I'm used to having that money, I can't give that up. So if I'm not doing it for the money, at least not at a stage, why am I subjecting myself to this? Sometimes I wish I knew. But at least I've got a wardrobe full of all the colour I've ever wanted. And so much of what I do by day is digital, but with Boom, I'm touching fabrics, I'm meeting other amazing women running small businesses when I buy in their jewellery or other products. I'm wrapping orders, I'm meeting people face to face and seeing them in my clothing. It gives me a huge sense of satisfaction amongst all the stress. I've always liked rainbows aesthetically, even before I realised I was a great big fat queer. So it won't surprise you that I sell a ton of rainbow coloured jewellery and accessories. If you're going to be part of a community, you have to give back to that community. So $5 from every pair of rainbow or transnode earrings I sell goes to Inside Out. 5% of all other rainbow product sales goes to Inside Out as well. I get to pretend like I'm a big corporation, putting out some rainbow flags during Pride Month and then going back to not giving a shit about LGBTQI community and other months of the year. Except that that's not true, I continue to care. One of the best things about Boom is that since it doesn't pay my mortgage, I can be as political as I want with it. And the thing is, fashion is political. Anyone who says it isn't is probably in a position of power and doesn't want to give that up. But the best thing about House of Boom, the real reason I do it, is I'm making people happy. And by happy, I don't just mean that temporary feeling when you get a really nice parcel in the mail and a really stupid joke to go along with it and you get to unwrap it, although you get that with Boom. Everyone likes to receive compliments, but compliments that show how you're playing a tiny little part in how someone's changing how they see themselves in the world, that is some powerful stuff. Changing people's mindsets through your actions is a hell of a drug, I gotta tell you. And I'm gonna do that Brooklyn Nine-Nine power move thing and maybe watch me drink a glass of water. Speaking of drugs, I utterly reject the phrase that real women have curves, because fuck that bullshit. You can't make yourself feel better about your own body and repair your own relationship with your body by putting down other people. But I do absolutely try to keep it real with the stories that I use. So when I sell rainbow stripe makeup purses, I also put images up to show that, hey, those medications that you rely on to keep you alive, you can put them there as well. I like to spotlight the work that my boomettes, my models, do outside of modeling for me and tell their stories about their work to improve whānau health initiatives, or in the hospitality industry, or in the arts, and how they work to be better people, because it's important to me that my models are not just clothes horses. When I asked Alex to model for me, she reached out to her Twitter followers to see how, if any of them who had self-harm scars would feel about seeing a model with scars, and if that would be a bad experience for them. Overwhelmingly, they said it would be great to see someone living their best life. So that's what we do. We demonstrate living our best lives, acknowledging the costs that have got us here, and that's what I think makes Boom a success. Don't get me wrong, there have been so many different mistakes in Boom. I've lost money, I've discovered spelling mistakes in labels after being sewn into 100 items of clothing. So season 1 of Boom is particularly predictable because nowhere else will you get clothes named hour to hour. I purchased stock that didn't sell. I pried regularly, leaned heavily on my friends, got even more debt to my parents, and lost much of my social life. And yet, I'll keep doing it for a while, maybe another year or so, we'll see. So, are you feeling inspired now? This is my total sales since I started Boom just a year ago. So I might be supposed to be suggesting to you that you've already got many of the tools that you need to start your own business or sideline. Hopefully as communicators, you know how to tell a good story. But you know that with every story, there must be things to overcome. This is my bank account the other day. It doesn't include the $2K on my business credit card, or the $6K that I owe my mother, or the $1,800 that I owe Iona for season 3 that's launching on the 30th of August. I get that it's a long game, and changing the world can take a long time. So in happier news, here's my challenge to you. 4 simple steps that you can take to help me with House of Boom's kaupapa and making the world a better place for fat people. When you're talking about people you don't like, there's no need to include their weight as a reason for their badness. If there's a racist, raping megalomaniac in charge of a country, making fun of his weight instead of criticizing his actions hurts every other fat person who isn't a racist, rapist megalomaniac. Shut up at morning tea. Yes. Honestly, no one needs to hear about your diet, Chad. Office morning teas, family dinners, or any time people gather around food. That can be an incredibly poor experience for anyone with eating issues. If you want the cake, eat the cake. Don't say, oh, I must go to the gym, or I feel guilty, or this is naughty. Food does not have a moral value. There is nothing naughty about chocolate unless you have literally stolen it from someone else. This is timely because we had the guy from Getty yesterday. I remember once a long time ago, I was doing a brochure for Dress for Success for the careers organisation I work for, and I chose an image of a smiling, happy woman in a suit who looked exactly the way a customer should look after meeting with Dress for Success. And I showed it to my manager, and she was like, well, I guess it's okay that this woman is bigger. Hang on, shock horror, fat people exist, and we can acknowledge their existence? Whoa. So, as a reminder, we had that talk yesterday. If you're using stock images, maybe just throw the word fat into your search sometime. Find a fat person who can sit using a computer or take a dog for a walk or whatever. Show fat people living their damn lives, not just in a weight loss context. My friend is trying to improve his stock library image, so he contacted me and he's like, can I borrow some of your boo mats? And I'm like, of course you can, as long as you pay them. Not that I control them, but I will contact them. So reach out to the groups that are working with the diverse audiences. And finally, think about where you're spending money. It doesn't have to be House of Boo, although I'm really happy to take you as a customer. I sell tons of jewellery and other things, there'll definitely be something that fits you. But find a small business whose values align with yours. Share their social media posts to help them grow. Spend your money with them, tell your friends, and if possible, prioritise them above organisations that you know are a bit shit.